I'm finally unboxing my newest RoLife Super Creator bookstore. This is just my second Super Creator set. This one right here is my first one. It is the Bubble Tea Super Creator. I have also done the wooden version of the RoLife puzzles, and this one is a little bit harder. This is the Cozy Kitchen one, I believe. This one right here is the very first one I did, and it does look like someone dropped it, and someone did. It was my husband. I'm still a little upset about it, to be honest, so don't remind me. I'm probably going to turn it into a cool bakery crime scene. I'm definitely not redoing all those little pieces, so we'll see what happens with that one. I have been so excited to start this bookstore one because I am on my 16th book of the year, so I just want to celebrate a little bit by taking a break from reading and doing a puzzle. This kit comes with everything you're going to need for this project, including about 7 bags of accessories and also directions and tweezers. I'm estimating this puzzle to take me just a couple nights to complete. I do absolutely love the detail of the wooden RoLife DIY sets, but it does take a lot longer. There's a lot more pieces, and majority of the pieces of the RoLife Super Creator sets are plastic, so you can just easily snap the pieces in, which I love because as you can see, my workstation right now is just in my bedroom. This was my Saturday night, guys. These puzzles are perfect for teenagers and even preteens. I have a 10-year-old brother, and I did purchase him the Garage RoLife kit, and he finished it within 3 days. And the Garage version one is completely wooden. A great addition to the Super Creator sets is that they do not require any glue. Instead, you are provided with tape. After I completed the first step, which was to tape the base of the puzzle, I moved on to the next step, which requires these 4 pieces in bag 3. I would say the hardest part about these puzzles is the attention to detail because I make many mistakes along the way and I tend to rush a lot just because I'm excited to get the puzzle done, but definitely need to pay really close attention to what the directions are saying. So after placing all 4 pieces in their correct areas, I moved on to the next step, which is to put up the walls. You just easily snap the puzzle in place and it is secure. The next step is just to assemble the inside wallpaper of the shop, which it just slides in, so it was super easy to do. Story time! So for those of you who do not know, I have 2 kids, a 5-year-old and a 2-year-old. And unfortunately, our dog of 7 years passed away about a couple weeks ago. She was a boxer and her name was Ali. Anyway, I have a recording of my son. He was telling me this crazy story about how he has a new imaginary friend. And I was like, okay, that's fine. He's 5, so let's just hear his story. He then goes on to say that his imaginary friend, her name is Ali, same name as our dog, but he said that she is a human. He told me this story on July 29th, and this was a couple days after we picked him and my daughter up from spending the summer with their grandmother in Virginia. He then continues his story and starts to tell me that his imaginary friend was actually with him at his grandmother's house the whole time they were there. So I asked him, like, is she here? Is your imaginary friend with us here? Because we just arrived back to our home. And he said that she is going to stay at his grandmother's house for 11 more days. I thought that detail was very random, and I was thinking he's just making stuff up, kids and their imagination. But then, just yesterday was August 8th, and he came up to me and he was so hyped. He said, my friend is back. And I was like, what friend? And he said, my friend Ali came back from Vovo's house. That's what he calls his grandmother. And I was like, okay. I started to really think about it later after the conversation yesterday, but yesterday was exactly 11 days from the day he first told me about Ali. But I don't know, this might just be the way he is dealing with losing our dog. So I'm just gonna rock with whatever he's saying. Anyway, back to the puzzle. I am obsessed with how cute these teeny tiny vinyl records are. I've also been seeing a lot of posts with the Mini Brands fridge, and I really want one, but I want to finish this puzzle before I enter into the Mini Brands world because it looks intense. I honestly was so surprised at how smoothly everything was going as I was putting this puzzle together. It was pretty nice. I had a movie on, and I really did this puzzle for I think a total of an hour and a half last night, and I will say I got pretty far. I almost forgot to add that It is optional to purchase a roof for these sets, which in hindsight I should have purchased one a while ago because the three sets that I currently have are covered in dust and it's inevitable. Unless I had the roof or the cover for it. So I was thinking about it, maybe going forward after this one, I'm gonna learn how to store them a little better. They're currently just in my room on my cube shelf, so I'm thinking of just transforming the whole cube shelf into maybe a little tiny area for all my tiny things. It'll also be an excuse to start a mini brand series. We'll see, because I have been dying to get a hold of mini brands for a while now, and I think it'll just be the perfect size for. Anyway, this is as far as I got. I did do a couple books that I will include in my next video, but thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in part 2.